What is up, guys? It's Fat Leo, and this is week 6 of Weedle, but the power rankings. So I did it a little differently this time. I actually updated it for straight 6 weeks. So this is going to be me talking about all the battles that happened between my previous power ranking video and this one. So for some people, that was one battle. For some, it was 2. So this is updated now to the end of week 6. So that's where we are now. So let's begin. So first we have Keegan at 1 and 5, and the last time that I was doing this, Keegan was 1 and no, he was 0 and 4. Yeah, 0 and 4. Keegan was 0 and 4, right? So, and he, I think, so I messaged him, and he told me he didn't play weeks 5 and 6, but I thought that he was playing. You know what? Keegan, he doesn't update his stats. He doesn't play his games. He doesn't even. Anyway, Keegan is 1 and 5 minus 18. I don't know or care about this guy. Moving on. Next, we got Marcus, right? Let me just make sure I'm putting the right one up here. So we got Marcus, yeah? And Marcus is. Geez, not Marcus. I'm looking at the wrong one. Okay. All right. So next we have Matt. 1 and 5. His game against he was 0 and 4 last time, so he climbed a bit. I think he was at the bottom last time, if I'm not mistaken. I might be mistaken. Oh, he actually dropped. He won a game and he dropped. But you know, it's hard to rank these guys at the bottom. Matt basically played against TDG, right? He had this one game against TDG, which he won. That's the one he won. I don't even need to pull up the game because I remember exactly what happened. He DDs with Gator. TDG goes into Reuniclus. Gator clicks Crunch, and he's Adamant, Life Orb, Crunch, and the max roll on fully physically defensive Reuniclus is 100%. So he had a 6% chance to kill that Reuniclus, and he killed it. Something's happened eventually. TDG goes in with Blacephalon. Clicks Fire Blast on the Kang switch in, and I think it misses. I mean, whether he missed it then or the following turn, it doesn't matter. Because he missed the Fire Blast on Kang. Kang was able to kill him. I think it was Kang. It doesn't matter who it is. Because essentially Blaze died because he missed Fire Blast. If he hit Fire Blast, he won. I think he won with Shadow Ball, I think. He didn't even have to connect the next Fire Blast to win. So, yeah, TDG. Matt took that one off TDG. So, really, Matt should not have a win. I mean, TDG ran an inaccurate move. I guess it's on him. It wouldn't be fair to discredit Matt, but he did win on a 15% chance. That's why he hasn't climbed very high. And then his other game that he played against Dell was just not impressive, I don't think. He had really bad threat management. He let rocks up and webs up, and he didn't remove them once. And he also did not take Metacham seriously. He just let Metacham kill his entire thing. Oh no, Dell. No, Metacham. Jeez. He just let hazards go up. Didn't really take Virizion seriously. There was a point where Virizion came in on something, subbed as he went into Alolan Ninetales, right? Dell goes into Alolan Ninetales. Or rather Marcus. Marcus goes in on Alolan Ninetales. And Virizion subs. Dell's Virizion subs. So instead of killing the Virizion, Matt prioritized getting his Veil up, which didn't help him ultimately because he let the Virizion set up so much that it destroyed his Ninetales in one hit and only got its sub broken, so it took no damage, and it destroyed Cofagrigus with a crit. Granted, it did 96, but he essentially lost 2 Pokemon because of really bad threat management. And then, yeah, the whole hazard thing. Meh. And then we got Snivy, who only played, not Snivy. Jeez, we got Cat. So Cat was unlucky at the start. And then he lost a 3-0 to Rose. He was unlucky there too, because I'm actually going to pull up that game. Los Angeles Rose Raiders. So what happened in this game, again, Cat got super unlucky, as he always does. There was one turn where where Rotom Cut had just killed one of Rose's Pokemon, right? And he was at max HP. Weavile comes in to revenge him, and he clicks Icicle Crash, and he crits it, which mattered. Crit mattered. So if not for that crit, he clicks another Leaf Storm, and if he connects that Leaf Storm, Weavile is at 82, so he'd be a -2 Leaf Storm. So I don't know, it'd be like what? He'd probably do about 40 at least. So Weavile's 42 minus Toxic, so that would be first turn. So he'd be at 36, which probably puts him in range of E-Speed from Cat's Zygarde, which was left at the end. So he would have essentially had a dead Weavile and not a dead Rotom Cut. So at the end, the game was a 3-0. But Cat had like no way to break Vaporeon except for Toxic. Wait, who did he Toxic it with actually? Oh, it was already Toxic. Jeez, Ace just, oh not Ace, Rose just let it die. But anyway, that was in the end it was a 3-0. So maybe that crit would have, maybe that crit won the game for Rose. I'm not sure, but in any case, Cat gets unlucky again, loses again, and then the next match he forfeited. So I didn't move him up because and he's forfeiting PBA too. So it looks like he's given up. So and I didn't really want to put him too high up. Then we have Snivy. Snivy, pretty simple. Played against Dougal and essentially just sacked his whole team to Mega Metacham. He played badly. He got 4-0'd. Did he get 4-0'd? I don't remember the score. But he sacked everyone. Turn 1, his lead was Eel, and he just stayed in and dropped a high jump kick. And then the rest of the game was just him losing to Metacham. It's no big deal. Then we got Marcus next. Let's flip the page. We got Marcus. Marcus was okay. He beat Keegan. I think I found a replay of Keegan and Marcus with their Weedle teams, but Keegan told me that he didn't play Marcus. So I don't know if he got a forfeit win or something. Like I'm already trying to chase down all these people to figure out if they actually played their games. I don't know or care. I don't care about this. So he beat Keegan. He has a recorded win over Keegan. I don't know how or why. Beat ABP because ABP missed 2 straight Hurricanes. The game was, I took ABP's word for it because he assured me that if he hits one of the 2 Hurricanes that he missed, he guaranteed wins. I'm 99% sure that's true. If you don't believe me, you can watch the replay and figure it out. But essentially, Potato lost because he missed 2 Hurricanes on Meloetta. And his Thunderous and Tornadus died, and he had no weapons then. So, you know how this goes. He missed Hurricanes. He lost. It's his fault. I don't feel bad. Whatever. Stop running Hurricane if you don't want to miss, guys. Next we got Dell, who's 2-4. And like I said in my last one, Dell would climb. I knew Dell would climb. I think last time I had him like bottom 4. Yeah, I had him 13th. He's climbed up to 13, 12, 11, right? 11? This number 11? Yeah, he's climbed up to number 11. He got smashed by Dougal. Again, Dougal just wrecked this guy with Metacham. Dougal removed. Oh, wait a second. Let me find that game actually. The Dougal one. Where do we have Dell? Oh yeah, Dell didn't put in it. Oh, never mind. I put Dell stats in. It'll be okay. It'll be okay. That's the game against Matt. The Dougal one. Yeah, so what did he got up rocks. Oh my god, this game was so annoying. He basically let everything die to high jump kick and tried to get Donphan in on the opposing Donphan as much as possible to get up rocks and remove rocks, and he spent all game doing that and just sacking Pokemon to Metacham. Like, that's literally what happened. So yeah, that wasn't very good, but he did win. Okay, so he beat Matt, right? So that's with the hazard stack. So when he got his webs and his rocks up against Matt, and he got his SD Virizion up. So that was really well played. Hazard stack well, brought a nice set, did a lot of work. That's why we got Dell over here. Nothing, not too much to talk about. Next we have Leo, who dropped like hell. He went from 4 to 10 within 2 games, and it makes sense. Let me explain why. So he played Dilwar week 5, I believe. He played Dilwar week 5, I believe, and he ultimately lost like 4-0, I think, but the game was closer-ish if Leo had played a little differently. There's this one issue. Basically, Leo lost the game on one play. There was a point where Clefable was in against Nidoqueen, and this is where it started to go downhill for Leo. He thought that Dilwar would set hazards. I'm assuming because he stayed in. He stayed in with Clef on Nidoqueen, and I'm assuming he thought that he would set hazards, right? So Clef drops the poison jab. Then Leo goes into revenge Nidoqueen, but he just stays in. Leo predicts him to switch. He clicks toxic and stuff on the Nidoqueen, and Nidoqueen just kills his whole team because Leo predicted it to switch, and it's just but Dilwar was just sacking it, so he lost on an over prediction essentially. He lost 2-3 Pokemon because he just kept over predicting with this Nidoqueen. And then his other game was against TDG. I don't know the details of this. He lost because he had an invalid team or something. I wasn't there. I'm glad I missed it, honestly. Hive drama is annoying. So he lost against TDG because he used an invalid team or something along those lines. In any case, there's no game to talk about. I don't care what game they played. Don't care what it looks like. This man lost because he had an invalid team. So's the word. So yeah. That's why Leo drops. Although he did beat TDG. I watched the game. He swept him with Dragonite, but I think Dragonite was illegal. In any case, he got a forfeit loss. So, yeah, after a pretty bad performance against Dilwar and this miscommunication or whatever it is this week, I've dropped Leo to 10th. And now that I think about it, I guess that's a pretty harsh drop. He did get a little. I mean, I don't know the situation with the illegal team and stuff, so I don't know. I can't really speak on it. And honestly, I don't care. I don't want to know. I'd rather not know. Alright, so that's Leo. Maybe I was a little harsh with Leo, but he's also been playing garbage in PBA too, so I don't know that he's, Leo's not in good shape right now. Then we got ABP, who also dropped pretty significantly. Oh no, I actually had him at 7th. So he only dropped 1. He only played 1 game, I believe. Yeah, he played 1 game. He lost to who did he lose to? ABP. Right, yeah. He lost to Marcus because he missed 2 Hurricanes. So yeah, you would have won if you hit your Hurricanes. But if you're in a situation where you win if you hit a Hurricane, you're only winning 70% of your games. So there you go. You win every time 70% of the time if you're trying to win with Tornadus. You dropped 1, you lost the game because a Hurricane missed. I'm not moving you up. Stop running Hurricane. Maybe then I'll move you up. Yeah. ABP. Just that. That's it. That's pretty simple. Then we got, who's next? Ooh, Bill. Okay, so I'm starting to question why I have so much faith in Bill. Because I don't know. Okay, that's not what I meant to say. I have faith in Bill because apparently he's really good. He finished top 8 in March Madness, and apparently he's just good. So I'm expecting this guy to just win out or something. I'm expecting this guy to pick it up. But I do have him in 8th for now because he just hasn't been good. He was 3-1, and then he lost that terrible game to Snivy last week. Not last week, but last time I made a video. He had a really bad performance against Snivy, in my opinion. And then he lost. Okay, so this was unfortunate. He lost to Dilwar, and he got extremely unlucky. And I don't even need to pull up the game to tell you what happened. I remember there was a point where Heatran. Okay, so Bill set rocks, and Dilwar went into not Dilwar. Dilwar? Ooh, yes. Who has Heatran? That's what I need to know. Who has Heatran? Okay, you know what? I will pull up that game actually. The Dilwar. That Dilwar game. Let's see. Is this the one? Yeah. So, okay. So, Dilwar has Heatran. So, he got, not Dilwar. Bill got his rocks up, right? Against Heatran with Bronzong. Lets Bronzong die. Keep in mind, he let Bronzong die, right? One of his Lopunny answers. Gets his rocks up, comes in with Ampharos, Focus Blast Heatran, misses. Then, next turn, he Focus Blasts Heatran, misses. So now he's almost dead because Heatran's 3-hit KOing him with Earth Power, so he has to switch, right? And he goes into Manaphy, gets Earth Powered, you know, does some random stuff. Eventually doubles back into his Ampharos so he can rest up. Heatran comes right back in, sets rocks of his own. He finally hits him with a Focus Blast, and you find out it was 49%, so it was like a roll to 2-hit KO. So Dragon Pulses then. And then there was one more play. What happened? Didn't he crit Earth Power? I think Heatran hits crit Earth Power. Crits Earth Power on somebody. I think he did it on... Yeah, he crit... Okay, so he crit Ampharos. So when Ampharos comes back in on Heatran, he used Rest, and he got Focus Blast with Sleep Talk, but he then gets crit by Earth Power. So it's like, Bill can't catch a break here, man. So eventually his Ampharos was dead. Heatran was causing trouble, destroying his whole team. It was just very difficult for Bill to do anything. His Bronzong was dead, and Bronzong was his only Lopunny check, except maybe well, he had that poison guy, Garbodor, but that's not really a switch in. So he let his only Pokemon that can really take hits from Lopunny die, and he let his Ampharos got worn down, so he essentially just lost the rest of the game to Lopunny. Early game hacks are unfortunate, but yeah, still because of that. Well, not necessarily only because of it. Like, he did sag Bronzong. He straight up sag Bronzong. So the only thing that Dilwar really needed a weekend to win is... Like, I don't even know that any of this mattered, because I think Dilwar could have won anyway, because this Bill looked really under prep for Lopunny. He had no answers for that Pokemon. Maybe Garbodor with Aftermath, but that came in, it did something, and it didn't stop the Lopunny. Lopunny still killed things, you know, so... Yeah, forget that. Next one, we got... Who's next? Next we got Rio. And why do I have Rio at the top? Why do I have Rio so high up? Reason being, Rio beat Damos. Rio only played one game, but he beat Damos. Damos was previously undefeated, and Rio being 2-3, he 4-0'd him. So really impressive. And essentially what happened is he switched in his Hawlucha on a Terrakions Earthquake, and he got his seed. I don't know what seed is, but Hawlucha got that seed in the electric terrain, which raises its defense. So he then tanks he tanks a Continental Crush from Tarak, kills him with High Jump Kick or Drain Punch, or he Roosts, or I don't know what he does. But he essentially sweeps up the rest of Damos' team. At one point, Damos even brought in like an 80% Rotom or something like that, and that just died to one High Jump Kick from Hawlucha. Like one non-boosted High Jump Kick from Hawlucha. So yeah, Rio just popped in and showed Damos who's boss. So I actually brought him up pretty high. And one more thing, Rio, well done setting the rocks, boy. Leo led off with Diancie to set rocks turn 1, and in case you guys hadn't noticed, Rio had not set rocks previously this season, and those rocks were never removed by Damos, and they did a lot of work. So great job, Rio. I'm moving you up because Rio's always talking about how he wants to get better, and Rio legit improves. This man actually does it. You got people like Daniel saying they always want to get better, and he never does. Daniel, Rio gets better. You gotta ask Leo to be your life coach. Papa boy, trust me. Just talk to this man. Rio will teach you how to improve. Rio is the real improver. Daniel, you're just a phony. And don't comment on my video. Don't do it. Next, we got Dougal. And Dougal, if you remember last time, was really low, number 12. Now I've got him all the way at number 6. And back then I said Dougal will climb because I heard Dougal was better than this, better than 1 and 3. Dougal's been getting hacked. Dougal's been playing well, so I'm like, okay, I think Dougal's going to climb. And he did. He's 3 and 3. He won 2 games. He beat Dell with Metacham. He just basically clicked the Metacham high jump kick button, and then he brought Metacham against Snivy, and he clicked the Metacham high jump kick button. And there were more details than that, but that's all you really need to know. Like, there was just no stopping this Metacham. There was just no stopping this Metacham. So, he would have had an even higher record. He would have been 4 and 2 if he didn't get hacks like crazy by Leo, I think it was. Whenever it was, but someone hacks him. He would have been 4 and 2, and I would have actually had him above Dell because above Rose because Rose had a terrible game last week. So, Dougal, I think you're gonna climb even more. I believe in you, Dougal. I believe in you. Next we got Rose, who's 4 and 2. He beat Cat. I already went over that game. That's the one where he crit the Rotom. So that may or may not have mattered. That's a loss. That's a win against a player with a bad record and with hacks involved. So I don't think that warrants any moving up. So I've kept him in the same spot as last time. Rose. Where we got Rose? Yeah. So he beat a weak player on paper, and not moving him up. And then he lost 5-0 to me to Scully sweep. I don't know what the hell his plan for Scully was, because I literally just went in there, revenge something, and set up on Vaporeon and won the game. He had a bunch of priority, and it was like a mid-roll whether he would beat me or not, like kill my Scully. It was like really a mid-roll. So I don't think he can complain about not getting the roll, but if his way to deal with Scully was rolls, I don't know. Like, I think that was as bad as Bill's choke. Again, not choke, but I think this was as bad as Bill's not prepping or whatever the hell he did against Zygarde when Snivy played him, when he lost to Snivy. He was just not prepared for that Zygarde. Not Zygarde, Haxorus. And Rose, pretty much the same. He just wasn't ready for school. They just 5-0'd him like it was nothing. I mean, I had to hit Mega Horns, yeah, but other than that, he didn't really put up much resistance, honestly. And next we got TDG. Like I said, TDG was going to climb, I thought. Well, once he played some better players. And he has, kind of. But anyway, he is climbing. He's one of the few guys. TDG should actually be 5 and 1. Because he lost to a 6% roll. And he lost to a Fire Blast miss. So those two things, if any one of those things doesn't happen, TDG wins the game and he's 5 and 1. So he got pretty unlucky. And next, the other game was the one that he won against Leo by default. Yeah, so whatever that is. So yeah, lost to a miss and a max roll, but he lost to Leo's Dragonite. But I think the issue was he didn't know Leo had Dragonite. I don't know. Anyway, TDG number 4. I think you deserve it there. So yeah. Now we got Damos. I've already talked about the Damos Rio game. So Damos got smacked, and yeah, he got smacked by that Halucha. And then we got me. I jump ahead of Damos because I have higher differential, and I won more recently, so I think that's fair. My notes say smoked Rose easy. Damos's notes say smoked by Rio easy. And then we got Dilwar at the top, smoked Leo easy. For some of these notes. Yeah, so Dilwar smashed Leo. That's why he's at the top. Already talked about that. And then he hacks Bill a bit. I'm not sure if it mattered or not in the game, but he did hacks, not a bit. He hacks Bill a lot. So I think I've been playing better than Dilwar. My differential is better despite having a loss. Yeah, I think that's true. Maybe that's not true. But the reason I'm not above Dilwar is because he doesn't have a loss. He does not have a loss. He's found a way to be undefeated, though. To be fair, I guess he should have lost, and I mean, my loss was legit too. Like, I had a legit loss, so I will put myself above Dilwar if he loses a game, but he hasn't. He's undefeated, so he's gonna remain at the top until he loses, and I think that's fair. And I hope you like those power rankings. Fat Leo.